Agent Lang.
Lang Z says, the Cubs never do know. Ugh. Lang Z says, the Cubs never do they know the real fury of the elderly wolves.
These quotes are either definitely becoming increasingly difficult to decipher. And what does that mean?
Means that you'll never really know how angry I can get. Mr. Prosecutor, the counterfeit bills Wade was bobbing his ink. They were all of Zinc-Fi's denominations.
Yes, so I heard from Miss Von Karma.
But we don't know where the play money has gone.
Must not have figured out it was all burned yet.
Ever since those things showed up in circulation, my country's economy has taken a big hit. Zinc-Fi's in financial chaos as we speak. Can't tell the difference between our bills and the fakes. It's not just the money. The citizens are also worried. I stake the honor of the House of Lang on this. And I've come to this land to capture the mastermind behind the whole mess. I investigated how the bills were made and how the ink smuggled into Zinc-Fi. And I pursued the smuggling ring all the way here. But tonight, this is where the final chapter was written. It's about my frantic efforts to chase down and smuggle it down. Someone got to him first. Now I'm called to return home without a single answer.
Sounds like you've got a problem, buddy. Agent Lang,
Don't start. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, Mr. Prosecutor. Ambassador Alba, I'm sorry for all the trouble tonight.
Oh, no, it's I who should apologize. It wasn't all because I was not strong enough. Thankfully, I was able to think of a better solution. Quercus, you fool. Curse your empty brain.
Heh. You're being too hard on yourself, Ambassador. I'll take full responsibility for tonight. End of story. Shina, let's go. Time to return to our day.
Yes. I don't like to admit it, but there's not much else for us to do but go home as well. Agent Lang, a moment if you will.
You Wolfman and the secretary there. Hold it. Objection, pal.
Gumshoe to the rescue. Detective Gumshoe, have you got the results of the handwriting analysis already?
Yep. And that note was definitely written by Mr. Cochin, sir.
Just as I thought. Good work, Detective.
And Mr. Prosecutor, how long do you intend to hold us up for?
Sorry to have made you wait, but I believe now that everyone is finally here. Agent Shina, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind.
Yes.
How exactly did you fail to seize the Yatagarasu? When you were in a neighboring room to where Mr. Cochin was killed. I'd like to have you explain that to us.
What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. What are you doing asking about something she didn't see?
Agent Lang hasn't touched the ball investigation at all. So I suppose I will need to explain a few things to him first.
Miles Edwards, I can't even begin to imagine what's going on in that head of yours.
The only thing going on in my head is the pursuit of the truth.
Oh, it sounds like you have some sort of plan. Very well. I'll supervise you until the end.
Is she seriously going to treat me as a subordinate for the rest of the day? Well, you did agree to be her assistant, so this is on you, Miles. This is all your fault. You agreed to it.
You're not trying to pick a fight with my subordinate and some pleasant guess, are you?
I'm not trying to pick a fight, and the evidence is hardly flimsy, as you will see.
Ha! I should have known. You and I are destined to fight it out to the very end.
It would appear that way.
Well, I'll prove her innocence. Let's see what you got, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
With pleasure. For my opening argument, I'll discuss the Yatagarasu that appeared in Bubble, and establish exactly who it was Case saw. Agent Lang, I assume you've been briefed on Kay's testimony.
You mean a suspicious person in a coat that she saw?
That's right. The person is one of the keys to solving this case. The person who pretended to be the Yatagarasu.
Pretended? And what do you mean by that?
I'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to review what Kay's mystery person did. Kay, if you could please explain for us what the person you were chasing did.
Okay, you got it. I first spotted a suspicious person near the open-air stage on the balcony side. Called out to the person, but as soon as I did, that person ran off. Thought it was rather suspicious, so I immediately gave chase.
For the sake of argument, let's call the suspicious person the Yatagarasu. Now please tell us what happened when you chased the Yatagarasu up to the 3rd floor.
Can do. Chased the Yatagarasu also way up to the 3rd floor of the Bobnese embassy. Just a pretty straight chase down the hallway until a sudden turn. The characters disappeared around the corner. So I did my best to catch up. But when I turned the corner, the Yatagarasu ran into... I saw the Yatagarasu run into Mr. Kochin's office. They gave chase and ran into the room. When I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the light, but then... Who's there? By the time I had turned on the lights, Yatagarasu had disappeared.
When Kay entered the room, the person she was chasing was already gone. Why do you suppose that was, Agent Lang?
What do you mean, what do you suppose? Isn't it obvious? The person slipped out through the door behind the girl under the cover of darkness.
Objection!
Sorry, but I know for a fact that person didn't escape through that door.
Oh, and how do you know that with such certainty?
That's easy. If the Yatagarasu had left through the door, they would have run right into this person.
Take that!
You're innocent, Shina?
Yes, because let's consider what would have happened if the Yatagarasu had used the door. When Kay screamed upon discovering Mr. Kochin's body, the Yatagarasu would have run right into Agent Shina, who was right next door in the room over. Agent Shina, would you mind telling us if you saw the suspicious person in question?
No, I didn't see anyone.
You see, therefore the Yatagarasu could not have escaped through the door.
It just means that creep slipped out before Shina made it to the hallway.
Objection!
I doubt that, as there was another person in the hallway, a certain detective. Detective Gumshoe, where were you exactly at that time?
Me, sir? When I heard Kay scream. I'm running toward Mr. Coach's office from the opposite direction of Agent Shinna, sir.
Ba ba bam bam bam. Even if you concede that under these circumstances the door was not a viable route. Way to go, Mr. Edwards. You nailed it with an explanation of what happened. Yes, I've eliminated one of the possible escape routes from that room. But it's far from over. I need to make Agent Lang aware as well. Yet another possible escape route that the Yatagarasu could have taken.
I get it. So that's what you're trying to show me. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, let me guess. This is what you're trying to say, right? Because that door is not a viable escape route. There must have been another way out.
Precisely.
Hey, Mr. Edwards. It's time to bust out our revolving fireplace at wall explanation, right?
No, not quite yet.
Huh? But why? That's going to be the perfect time.
The revolving wall on the Balbany's side is room to only 4 people. If we use that information unwisely, the truth may escape us in the end.
What's this all the whispering over there? Scared I'll figure out your tactics?
Nothing of the sort, Agent Lang. Come, let's continue where we left off.
That smug, hasty attitude of yours. You really rubbed me the wrong way, you know that? Well, no matter. I've got you figured out. You figured out already, anyway. The only other possible escape route besides that door is the room's lone window. This is an airy picture set escape route exists. Are you saying that this photo captures the moment of the Yatagarazu's escape?
Yes, Detective Bad must have filled him in on this photo. I have to admit that at first I thought the window was a possible escape route as well. However, I now know that not to be possible.
Now I realize you may not know this, but humans can't fly.
Of course I know that. That's bloody common sense. Besides, I never thought of that photo to be of the Yatagarazu's escape route.
I suppose not. Alright then, explain yourself.
The shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu that Kei was chasing after.
Not so fast!
You can say whatever you like in whatever language you want. But there's only one language I really understand. The language of evidence.
Very well then. I present to you proof that the person Kei saw was not the same one in this photo. It's probably the 2 fires. Yeah, 2 fires.
Take that!
Let me explain to you precisely why this shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu Kei saw. Kei spotted the Yatagarasu heading for the 3rd floor during the 2nd fire. However, this photo in question was taken just after the 1st fire.
Yeah, way to go. That's twice you hit him in the butt now.
Not so fast!
We're not done yet. You still have to explain what the shadow is. And how the Yatagarasu escaped. I don't suppose you can answer both, can you?
Regarding the photo, I admit that we don't understand what it means quite yet.
Ha! Just as I thought.
However, the Yatagarasu's escape route, now that I can answer.
You can? Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, go on and enlighten me.
Hold it!
Even if I explain it, you'll try to find some flaw with what I have to say. You were busy heading up the Alabastian investigation, correct? In that case, I doubt you'd have much knowledge about the Balbany's side of the case. So wouldn't it be best if the lead on that side, Agent Shinna, explained in my stead?
Shinna's my subordinate. If I don't stick up for her now, how can I look her in the eyes and call it myself her boss?
Lang, it's all right. I can take care of him.
Shinna?
You shielded me a lot as my boss. But it's time for me to prove my worth.
Alright, if you're okay with it, then you have my support.
Finally, it's down to just Ancient Shina and myself. This is where the battle really begins. Now then, what is it you'd like to ask? Let's see. Why don't we start with your movements inside the Balbanese embassy? Right into Allegro. During the first Balbanese fire, I assisted in putting out the fire. During the second fire, I was searching for the Yatagarasu that had appeared in Babal. While I was searching, I heard a scream coming from the next room over. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical that the girl's Yatagarasu even exists. And that's all I have to say. But I'm not lying when I say I saw a suspicious person run into Mr. Kochin's office. Like I said earlier, I have no intention of retracting my testimony. Good. Just to confirm, did you have a partner when you were on your investigation? No, I moved alone. In that case, you have no one to corroborate your alibi. Is that correct?
Not so fast!
Are you calling her suspicious because she was in a room by herself? How pathetic.
And it wasn't when Agent Shina tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale. And how about when you accused Larry when he was the weapons owner? Now, not that it's unexpected for that useless lump to get into such a situation. Although I suppose it's never a good idea to let mistakes go uncorrected.
I'll make no excuse for what I did in that situation. You should apologize right now for making Kay out to be a killer, pal. I'm sorry. Should I apologize?
I'm sorry. It's really okay. I mean, I'm not under suspicion anymore. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I never doubted you. Not for 1 second.
The same goes for me. I believe in Sheena.
Let's put that to the test and see if she's really worthy of your trust. This promises to be interesting.
Hold it!
By the second fire, you mean the one that consumed the 3rd floor of Babal, correct? Yes, that's when the suspicious person was spotted in Babal. You were after the same person in the long coat that I was after as well. There is no proof that the suspicious person was really the Yatagarasu, because no one's able to get a good look at the person's face. By the way, how was your team's investigation? In order to extinguish the fire, water was pumped into the 3rd floor via the windows. So the majority of the investigators conducted their search on other floors. Maybe they did. There was one person who was wandering around lost on the 3rd floor. When the fire was pretty much out, I moved to investigate the 3rd floor. And you did that alone? Yes.
Hold it!
So you were in the room next to Mr. Kochin's office. I already told you I was earlier, as I was examining the neighboring room. I heard that girl's shrill scream. Upon hearing her, I immediately ran toward Mr. Kochin's office. Wherein you proceeded to arrest her, as I recall. Yes, I did.
She was totally innocent, pal. Thought we'd already cleaned that up.
And I thought I had already apologized for my behavior. Now, if this tenacious detective would be so kind as to be quiet. I have to agree. Right now is not time to take issue with that.
Not you too, Mr. Edwards.
Well, what I do take issue with is the fact you didn't see the Yatagarasu, Agent Shina. The prosecutors of this country are also strange. Also, I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. We weren't able to catch even a glimpse, despite being next room. Is that true? I really hate to repeat myself. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. However, I simply wish to make sure that you are not misremembering something. We wouldn't want you to be accused of lying later on, would we?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Are you calling Shina's testimony a lie?
Agent Ling, I'm talking with Agent Shino right now. So I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't interrupt with superfluous comments. Superficious comments. No, I feel kind of bad for him. I understand his pain at watching one of his subordinates being accused. However, I cannot turn my eyes from the truth. Lang, I'm alright. As for you, I think you should be focusing your doubts on the girl rather than me. And why is that?
Hold it!
Are you throwing Kay's words into doubt again? Well, she does claim to be the Yatagarasu, right? And she did try to chase down the Yatagarasu despite being an average citizen. Actually, she came here with the goal of capturing the fake Yatagarasu. That's right, which is why I would never lie about anything related to the Yatagarasu.
Except the fact that you claim you are the Yatagarasu, but we're just gonna ignore that.
And I suppose you have proof of that somewhere. Not quite, but even without any, I have people who believe in me, and that's enough. I see. Kay's testimony is self-law, but as for yours, well, let's just say I find your testimony to be a bit suspicious. There seems to be a very large flaw in her testimony. So why don't you show her? Because what we found out was Little Thief. I will in due time. The escape route to the Yatagarasu cave is in pursuit of. It turns out that it really does lead right to ancient Shina. What is it she's keeping from us right now?
Hold it!
So you helped with the fire extinguishing efforts. I was in charge of the police at the Bobany's side, so I helped with their work. Police doing their job. Police doing the job of firemen. Really know how to work people.
She sure does. That's because she's one awesome woman who knows how to manage.
I guess so. She's always bring you a business card or a scroll just at the right time. For everything before I'm ordered to. That's the definition of the secretary.
She seems more capable than Agent Lang, doesn't she?
At the very least, she's certainly more capable than you, Detective.
Ugh. I had a feeling you were going to say that. Shina's more than a capable secretary, you know. Shina, tell me what other things you're good at.
Alright. Is it this one?
Objection!
Being in a room next to Mr. Cochin's office is a problem with your testimony.
Not so fast!
Mr. Prosecutor, I don't see what you're talking about at all.
Agent Ling, do you recall the secret we discovered in the Alabastian office fireplace?
Huh? You mean how it connects to the office with the room next door? What about it?
Process it. Think about it. Put 2 and 2 together. You get the answer. That's where they went. Well, the Albacian is the only country with a secret connecting fireplaces.
What?
The fireplace in Mr. Cochin's office holds the exact same secret.
What?
The Yatagarasu didn't escape through the door to the room or the window. The escape route was through the revolving fireplace in the wall and into the next room over. Now do you see? The Yatagarasu had escaped into the next room. The thief would have run straight into Agent Shina, meaning that's impossible for her to have missed the Yatagarasu.
What is the meaning of this, Miles?
Well, would you care to explain, Agent Shina? How you managed to completely miss the fleeing Yatagarasu? Or shall I? You claim that you were in the next room was a lie. All along, was it? The truth is, you were the one Case saw in the coat. Pretending to be the Yatagarasu, you were the one she chased after. As you tried to lose her, you ran into Mr. Cochin's office and headed for the fireplace. Then, you shed your coat in the next room, leaving it there to emerge as Agent Shina. After that, you came back around to place K under arrest. Does that sound about right? If not, then speak now or forever hold your peace.
How dare you make the K look like the bad guy when you're a suspicious one, pal? Shina?
Yep, I'm right. This is Miss You. This is 100% Miss You. That laugh.
I remember that irritating laugh. I'm getting chills down my spine.
It can't be. But it has to be.
Shina? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It was so funny that I couldn't help but laugh. Funny you say. Yes, that you would accuse me of being a Yatagarasu. Prosecutors in this country really are so very strange. Do you think you can get away with this by simply laughing it off? You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. It's the prosecutor who is. Look, everything you said earlier is nothing more than mere speculation. The Yatagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, then you haven't proven a thing regarding the Yatagarasu's escape route. The tone of your voice, your talking with me now, has certainly changed. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. But I think I'll let loose, and then we can have a real battle of wits. For an agent of the Interpol to show me their true power of their mind. It's a great honor. Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know. Really now? Really? Are you sure? Are you sure, Miss You? Are you sure? I know. That is why I won't hold anything back either, as I answered your question.
My question?
Here is your proof that the revolving fireplace bulb was used recently.
Take that!
I'm sorry, but this is really your honest answer to my question? Yes. According to the Ambassador Polino's testimony, I probably could have presented that too. He said that he was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Cochin. Oh. The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they shouldn't have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up?
Objection!
Nope, they were on the other side, girl. Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Polino said he forgot to. And so the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When the Yatagazu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes were pushed to the next room by the wall as well. The movement of the ashes that were in Mr. Cochin's office is my proof. And just what's so funny? Ash as proof? Are you even allowed to submit such flaky evidence in court? You still wish to fight us? Of course, why wouldn't I? In that case, let's hear your counter-argument. My counter-argument, huh? This is really like being in court. Well, to me, we're simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if we're at a crime scene or in a court. Let's finish this here and now. I suppose. I've had a lot of fun today, but I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let me make this last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. In my eyes, all you've proved is that the rotating fireplace was used. But you can't really call that proof that the Yatagaru used the fireplace now, can you? So then, who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation. And we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Cochin's office. And there you have it. That's my counter-argument. That's very impressive. She has seen through the fact that I have yet to gather one piece of evidence. That one piece of evidence.
What is it, Kay? I've heard a peep out of you in quite a while now.
If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest of it to us. But Okay. Pull yourself together. You are the true heir to the Yatagaru name, are you not? If you want to steal the truth, you must never take your eyes off of it. The chase you're running to catch the truth. You must see through it to the very end.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're right. I will see this through to the end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth.
With pleasure.
Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it? Shina? Please. Show me you're someone I can trust.
Don't worry. This will be the deciding match. You'll see. Truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I simply can't allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Shina. Shall we begin?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Hold it!
It's possible that the Yatagaru left fingerprints inside the fireplace. No, Edgeworth, why would you say that?
Sorry, but I had the forensics team check that already.
All they found were prints belonging to Ambassador Polino and Mr. Kochin. Curse! Should have known better than to think Yatagaru would be so careless. There must be some sort of evidence that we still have yet to find. Oh, the key! I think we can we use the key against her? Because the last person to have that was her, that we know. I think you have no further objection. Can we use this here?
Objection!
Dang it! It would be great if I could have used that there. Or is it this statement? Same thing with this statement, because not a single suspicious thing was in. But why was this there?
Objection!
Come on. I want to tie Castillo to it. I feel like it's going to be this statement in some way.
Hold
That's
it!
it. We'll see. So you really didn't find anything? Yes, as I said, not one suspicious thing. Although, as you already know, we did find a Yatagaru key in the document detailing the smuggling operation. We still haven't found the blade that belongs to the Balbanese knife handle yet. Really?
Ha! See, my subordinate worked hard to investigate everything. So there's nothing else to find, alright?
Wow, Agent Lang.
He really sticks up for his people. Langsley says, all men are brothers, and friends become family. So you see, my people are family, and their families are my family too.
A rather large family you have there. Yes, but as we know, there's always one black sheep in any family. Though it pains me, Agent Lang, you will know the black sheep in your family. So, do you actually have any proof that the Yatagaru used the fireplace passageway? No, I haven't found any yet.
What are we gonna do?
There's no need to worry. There's a loophole in this Interpol agent's argument we can exploit. The one in charge of the Balbanese investigation was not Agent Lang, which means that Agent Shina was Agent Shina in charge. It's possible she may have tampered with the evidence. That piece of evidence that we found. There is one thing I do know, is that someone tried to hide it from us. It could be these two. Maybe.
Objection!
Yes. She would have known, wouldn't she? You didn't find anything suspicious at all. I highly doubt that. But I didn't. You can even ask the other men. I don't need to. For what I found, you should have a while ago. Excuse me. In Mr. Coach's office, there were signs that someone had burned counterfeit bills in there. What? The evidence was something you found through that girl's machine, right? So what if it was? That's what I thought. But unfortunately for you, a recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills? No. You see, there was nothing in that office. Nothing you can call evidence, anyway.
Objection!
Speaking of things that you Interpol agents have missed, I did find one more. Your pompous attitude is unnecessary. All I require is evidence. Very well. I'll show her the hidden piece of evidence that her and her fellow Interpol agents missed. What was the other thing? The wire? Because the wire wasn't found by them. We found that. I think that's the only other thing.
Take that!
I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire. What exactly is that supposed to mean?
Lengths of wire. So what about it?
I'll tell you what. We found it is in Albany's embassy not long ago.
What?
We found it wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Cochin's office.
You found that at the scene of Mr. Cochin's murder?
So I think you'll agree now that I cannot trust you when you say that the Interpol had thoroughly checked every room. And that in the throes of doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Evergoversu.
You still suspect me? I see. Alright then. I ask that you point out what part of my investigation is incomplete.
The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Shina. It is not possible for the reason that the person K was not chasing chose the third floor was because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor. Furthermore, we've come to see that Agent Shina was only pretending to be investigating the Yatagawasu to the point of arresting K. In that case, there is one location that no one has a chance to inspect. Your team's investigating Interpol, but they failed to inspect this location.
Take that!
The location Agent Shina is of course the room you claim to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Cochin's office warrants a thorough inspection.
Even if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you in there.
I will be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'll be right back and check out that room next to the office.
Gumshoe was already in there. Like, I get Gumshoe just ran through after testing to see that we could get through. Like, he didn't actually investigate the room.